The lock on this box is rather sophisticated. This box comes from a bank. The criminals must have held onto it after a hold-up.
Alright, for this puzzle, all you have to do is arrange these numbers with the answer that's unusually on the box right here. The tricky part is you can only move the numbers by pairs, and you can only move them up or down right here, and only across when they're on the top or bottom lines. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's move this one here. Move the 7 first. Alright, get the 8 up there. Gotta make it go front. There we go. Alright. Next is 2. Okay, get that one up front. Alright, so now let's switch these two. Alright, and then let's grab the 6 and the 4. Let's take the 3 and the 6. Okay, hold on.
There we are. It is simplicity. It's...
Alright. That's all that. Alright, let's have a look inside that box.
These candlesticks are undoubtedly stolen.
A hammer covered in blood. This key must be important to be hidden here.
Holmes, there is someone in that hut.
I saw, Watson. Come, and keep your revolver at the ready, just in case.
Alright. So over to the cabin.
Open up. We're not the police. Do not be alarmed.
That's a strange way of reassuring someone. Holmes, they are children. My God, one of them is hurt.
What you want? Don't come any closer. Are you the police?
Don't be afraid. I am a doctor. I'm going to look at your friend's wound.
Wait, Watson. I've got some questions to ask these children.
This is urgent, Holmes. In this filthy place, the risk of infection is very high, and the wound could get worse with every second lost.
The immediate danger for these children is not so much the wound as Mr. Fletcher.
Who?
Look at the wound, Watson. It's thin and precise. It was made by a sharp, well-kept blade. Any other blade, less well-kept, would have torn the tissue around it, and its size would be irregular.
So what does that imply?
In this area, who would take such great care with a blade? A butcher, of course. And the only butcher in the area is Samuel Fletcher, who at this moment is replacing a window that has been forced open. He's a man to hold grudges, as anyone around here will tell you.
The children are in danger.
A man as skillful with a knife as a butcher, and with a bad reputation to match, could easily strike a fatal blow by cutting the child's jugular. If he hasn't done it, it's surely because these little thieves broke into his shop at night to steal a piece of meat. The poor lighting in this area saved them. I can assure you that Mr. Fletcher has spent the day trying to trace these children, and if he finds them, wounds will be the least of their problems.
That's true. What you want? Don't let the butcher find us.
Alright, so you can choose any one of these. Some of them, the kids might not respond well, so mediation will get you through it.
I could give Mr. Fletcher a compensation for the damage to his property, and he would certainly give up trying to find you then. But for that, you'll have to cooperate.
Or else?
Or else he'll likely find a less agreeable way of repairing the damage.
Wait, mister. I know everyone here. I'll help you. Only protect us from the butcher.
I am looking for Kurtz. Tell me where I can find him, and I'll smooth things over with Mr. Fletcher.
Everyone here knows Kurtz. He's the worst person in the area. We call him the Colonel because he fought against the Zulus in Africa. He got chucked out the army because he's completely crackers. He lives at number 8 Batty Street.
Good. Watson, see to the wound. Then we will settle the problem between these young men and Mr. Fletcher.
Alright. So now we know where Kurtz lives.
We must protect these children from that butcher, Holmes.
It won't be necessary. I've had dealings with Samuel Fletcher before now. He's not the monster I've made him out to be. If he had wanted to kill them, he would have done so, even in dim light. By wounding the little thief, he wanted to warn him never to set foot in his shop again. Forget Mr. Fletcher, Watson.
You mean you lied to frighten those poor children?
Exactly. Clever, wasn't it?
Anyways, if you're wondering how you know about Mr. Fletcher and fixing your windows, if you were exploring earlier, you might have seen him. So, on to Kurtz.
Well, mister, that's a mighty fine outfit you're wearing there. You stand out like a sore thumb, and that's no lie. Watch that you don't get it all dirtied up, but you'd be welcome to come back to my place. It's not far, and I'd sponge it down for you.
Don't go back to Jenny's place. You'll get malaria.
Thank you, madam. I'm certain that you would make a very good job of it. That will not be necessary, however. But your thought was a kind one.
We'd best be leaving now, sir.
Here, please accept this sovereign as a token of my gratitude for your concern.
Well, I never. Thank you. That's right generous of you, my lordship.
You are very welcome, madam.
Madam, he calls me. Bless my garters. What a gent.
If you're ready now, sir.
Yes, let us go.
What a remarkable man, the Prince Woodville, to talk to such a woman as though she was an equal.
Let's find Batty Street.
Alright, as I was saying, on to Kurtz's place. We're wondering about Mr. Fletcher. There he is. Fixing his door. Okay, so down this alleyway. So if you're wondering where it is, it's to the west of facing the dispensary. So you can also tell by the side of the doors right here.
Batty Street.
Batty Street. So you're looking for number 8, which is right here.
Closed.
Right. There's a key in that case, so pull it out and use it.
My God, Holmes, it's appalling. And the smell. But what can have happened here?
Stay calm, Watson. Take note of every detail and be careful not to move anything.
Very well, Holmes.
Right, time to do some investigatory work. Right. Let's take a look at the bodies.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Only a dog could inflict so deep a wound, but it appears that the wound was gnawed at afterwards.
What terrible wounds! The dogs must have been rabid.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Alright, so we got a new deduction board. Moves out a poison that causes madness. Remember that. From the last case. Alright, so it wants us to add to it. More spites on the man, and got nothing to click on that. Alright, so look right there. Remember someone was missing a finger? There you go.
This bandage is a day or two old, no more. It is a dog bite. I can see the tooth marks.
Alright, looks like we found everything there. Let's check his legs.
What a horrible wound.
Size 9. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Size 9. Hobnail.
Alright, so that's it for that one. Alright, let's take a look at the dogs. Actually, I believe we missed something. Here we go. That's what I forgot. Right there.
This bandage is a day or...
Oh, never mind. So there isn't anything I did forget. So I edit that part.
The skin was deeply torn.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
Of course, you know, you could hit the 6 cents button, see if you forgot anything. Right there.
What a horrible wound.
That's the deduction board. Alright, let's just do this just in case.
This bandage is a day or two old, no more.
Ah, I did forget something. Okay. I pull out the scissors. Let's cut that thing open.
Please take note, Watson.
The same finger that we found at the Bishop of Knightsbridge's house. Holmes!
Alright, there you go.
This part is in shreds. The skin tissue has decomposed, yet the death is recent.
The skin was deeply torn.
What a horrible wound.
I think I got everything here. Hit the 6 cents button just in case you think you forgot something. Nope. Found everything there. Alright. Alright, let's have a look around the room.
The dog's bowl is empty.
Grapes! What are they doing there?
This is yesterday's newspaper. Someone wrapped some meat up in this newspaper. The blood is still fresh. Someone brought food for the dogs, probably just before the fight broke out.
And just after they had been fed, they attacked a man to eat him. Incredible.
Alright. Alright, didn't miss anything there. Alright, let's keep going.
An old photo. It's written to our comrade Jeremy Kurtz from Commando J. Malan, Bloemfontein, 1883.
Kurtz served as a Boer commando. He fought against his country.
Alright. What's this?
A torn piece of a letter.
Alright.
It seems to be a letter of dismissal.
Let's keep looking around.
A newspaper covering the war in South Africa. Kurtz must have been following the war with some interest.
The Boer War is abominable, and it still rages.
A military badge of the 58th Infantry Regiment of Her Majesty, and a letter stipulating Kurtz's exclusion from the unit. He served in 1881.
At that time, the regiment served in South Africa. Kurtz was in the Boer War.
Apparently, our friend Kurtz served in both camps in South Africa and was never a colonel, but that doesn't surprise me.
A traitor, deserter, and a false colonel. What a charming gentleman.
Alright. Let's keep looking. Let's check out the other side of the room.
The material on this tray is rather odd. A small burner.
A pipe with a strange smell.
Small burnt balls. There can be no doubt. Judging by the material on the tray and the pipe, the man smoked opium.
Opium? I doubt if this man could have made his drug here. He would have needed a real laboratory.
Right. Think we missed anything else? Alright, so let's look at the deduction board. Let's go back to the first page. So we found the pipe, so he smoked opium. So getting the facts right now, the dogs were fed just before the murder. There were numerous bite wounds on the dogs' bodies. Man. Alright, so between these two, figure out what happened. When they turned with him, the dogs were used to torture him. Could be true. The man fought savagely against his dogs. Could be. Could be. Alright. Next, the dogs were just fed before the murder. Murderers had a poison that causes madness, so... Well, these were his dogs. He probably wasn't trying to kill them. Dogs were hungry, they were just fed, so the dogs were poisoned. That's all we could do for now right there. Instruments. Not available. True. This man couldn't have smoked the opium. The man was given a pipe that already had opium in it. The man had a supply of opium. Alright, so this one seems the likely one. Finger. And is missing his finger. We know this for a fact now.
My deduction chart is incomplete, Holmes. We are missing an important detail.
Let's return to the clinic and ask if our friend might lend us his morgue for 2 hours.
What are you going to do?
I'm torn between a nap and a picnic.
Oh, I've had enough, Holmes.
The next step of our investigation, Watson, leads us inevitably to a post-mortem. As you're well aware, in the instance where a body's vital organs no longer function, every minute is vital. Be quick now and procure the room while I arrange the transport.
Very well. I will see you later.
Alright, let's go talk to your friend.
Ah, Grant, you are still here. I need to ask a favor from you.
What sort of favor, my dear friend?
Might I use your morgue for a couple of hours? It concerns an affair of the greatest
Use the morgue? Whatever for? Letting you poke your nose in everywhere is one thing, but closing my eyes to I don't know what unsavory practices.
No, it's nothing like that.
No, it isn't possible, sorry.
Grant, listen to me.
Don't insist. Where do you think you are? Perhaps because you come from the rich area, you think you are entitled to do whatever you like. But here in Whitechapel, it's the real world, you understand? The real world, where we have to take risks. Do you even know what that means? And this shabby health centre where I've been stagnating for years, it's a public establishment under my authority, for whatever that's worth. I am responsible for it. Responsible, do you understand?
Of course I understand, Grant.
Good.
I understand. First and foremost, that you are a coward.
What?
A coward, I said, sitting on your backside behind a desk for years, complaining about your fate without even trying to change a single thing about it.
I won't allow you.
And you dare to talk to me about risks? I, who was wounded in Afghanistan while in Her Majesty's service, and who, for a great many years, has taken part in some of the most dangerous criminal investigations the country has ever known.
But
as for being responsible, as you call it, it begins with doing your job properly, particularly when one is a doctor and caring for the poorest people within our society. The real life? Ha ha! Don't make me laugh. I am a doctor too, Grant, don't forget. And I'm ashamed of my profession when I see the state of this centre.
it's not my...
So, your disgusting morgue, you are going to allow me to use it, dear friend, because I urgently need it for a vitally important affair that is way over your head, and whether it pleases you or not. Understood?
If you want to be like that about it, do whatever you like. I wash my hands of the entire thing.
That doesn't surprise me.